Hi, I'm Scott Reall, the author of the Journey of Freedom series and founder of Restore Small Groups. And this is this week's Moment of Hope, and our topic is intrinsic motivation. Last week we talked about kind of the formation of extrinsic motivation, intrinsic motivation, and that's kind of where they derive from. But today we're just going to really focus in on what is intrinsic motivation, why is it so valuable, and what does it look like and feel like in our lives. And so first, kind of just reiterate what I said last week, that intrinsic motivation is an internal desire that is driven by vision. And in Proverbs it says, without a vision the people will perish. Just how powerful it is that we have a vision for the person that we want to grow into, how we would want to live our lives, our character, the qualities that would make us up. And so intrinsic motivation, this is kind of how I approach it for me. First, I must believe, faith, that God and I, the vision and the internal makeup of me, that I believe that God is wanting to grow in me, that is growing in me. I believe it. And if I believe something, then I will see it. And remember, we've talked about this before, that we don't believe what we see what we believe. So it begins with believing and having faith, and this is who I really am. This is my true self, and the goodness that is in me. And then from that believing, I begin to see myself this way. I see myself living this way, interacting this way. I see my character. I see the man or the woman that I truly believe that I am, and I'm living that way. And so I believe it, I see it, and once I see it, I become it. And becoming, again, is such a powerful word for me this past couple of years. That God and I are working on me becoming more and more into this man. And so once I believe it, I see myself that way, I become that person. And when we become this person, and it's intrinsically motivated, we live it out. And it's just natural, it's who I am. And I'm aware of it all the time. And it's not something I'm having to manufacture, but it really is qualities of me that are growing from this effort with God that we are co-creating. And so I really want to emphasize that when we're intrinsically motivated, when it is who we are, this is how we want to live, it is easy to sustain change. We cannot sustain change if it's not value-driven, if it's not intrinsically motivated. As long as it's still extrinsically motivated, external pressure, consequences, fear-driven, once pressure goes away, we go back. But if it's intrinsic, we become it, and we live it, and it's just, it's like a natural response to life, because it's who I am. And so think about this, that verse in Proverbs this week, that without a vision the people will perish. Vision and faith sustain our hope. And so the hope of what I want to see in life and grow into in life is going to come through this character that is growing in me intrinsically. And so become that person, live that life, and you'll just find you'll have so much more joy and contentment and happiness in your being. And so become it. So God bless you, and remember, we're better together, and stay on the path.